Hi guys, welcome back to Coffee Morning Laughter. It's your girl Shilz.
It's Jen.
And guys, it's still New Year's. Well, it is New Year actually. Happy New Year.
Here,
yeah, the tree's still
New
here.
Year.
Happy New Year, guys. Yeah, so when do you take the tree down?
You're supposed to take it down second week. The latest I think you can go is the 12th.
But yeah.
Or is that too late? The 12th of Jan?
I think that's
it
still
needs
right.
to come down.
No, wait, come on.
The kids' one's done already.
It's only 1 week in.
I took mine down on
Christmas. Boxing
28th.
Day.
I was like, get this out of here. It's empty now. The presents are done. Let's wrap this up.
I always find it interesting, when people over decorate.
Yeah.
It's like, how long does it take to do? Yeah, it's just like, it's fun.
I took that tree as soon as I was like, you got your presents now. It's going down.
I feel like, I don't know. Obviously, I don't have a big tree. Yeah.
No, my tree's in an awkward place as well.
Yeah.
So it's like when I'm trying to get to things, I need you to go.
No, I don't really have a big tree, so it's always easy for me to just. This is even smaller. This is the CML tree. Here. This is literally the CML tree. We did it for you guys. You saw it in the Christmas episode. It won't be here next week. Yeah,
it won't. Trust me.
Promise you.
She needs to take it down.
It is nice, guys. We got it from John Lewis. So. Shameless promo. Yeah, sponsor us.
just put it out there. You know, just put it out there.
Here we are. We're back again, guys. Yeah, and it's New Year's, and it's all things new. In with the new, out with the
old.
Yeah. And that's what we like to do. I'm not a believer. If you've been following the podcast, you know that I'm not really a believer in New Year's resolutions, but I'm a believer in goal setting.
Yes.
Yeah. And this week's episode is based on reflecting on what you achieved and what you didn't achieve. Yeah. Because obviously, just because maybe I do believe in New Year's resolutions, but
we caught her there.
But I call it goal setting. However, why I still stick to the part that I don't believe in New Year's resolutions, because I've always said my New Year starts when my birthday is.
Yes.
Yeah. Because that's my.
I got to August.
That's my calendar.
Yeah.
So once I get to September, I reset.
Yeah.
And then so by the time I get to December, where everybody's like, oh, this is a new me. Yeah. I've already been my new me. Yeah. And if I'm that person, December, that's who you're getting for the rest of the year. Yeah. So if I'm not talking to you by this September, we're not talking. Just because the year changes.
Why are we doing this?
Just because the year changes, it ain't new to me. Yeah. I still have the same beef, the same problems. Yeah.
I don't want to dare no be.
Listen, I'm still Shilz,
dear.
But normally we do look at, well, if we're really following what people follow, there are things that you look at and you reflect on and say, you know what, last year I did this, last year I did that. And I can't remember, well, some of the things that I wanted from last year when the year ended was peace. I wanted peace, because guys, if you know me, I was in this thing called this job. I was in a job.
There was no peace.
Yeah. There was no peace.
There was,
It was like, well, how can I put it? Yeah.
Without giving too much.
I had a lovely team, connected to a lovely, lovely team. Yeah, my team was amazing. But it was the people above.
Ooh. Always the buzz.
Yeah. So there's people above, and I just felt like, guys, what am I doing here? And then I think things started to unravel in January. Then I just had to think about myself, and I had to think like, I'm no longer me. Yeah. I'm no longer me. I'm always working. Just so many things were happening that I wasn't happy with. Yeah. Then I went on holiday in I think I went to Italy in February.
Yes, you went away.
I went to Italy in February, and then following that trip, I came back and I resigned.
Yep. Sometimes it's self-reflection, and you're like, this is not for me anymore.
But let me tell you what the gag was.
What's the gag?
They didn't tell me you got to give her 2 months notice.
Oh, did you know you had that? Oh.
Yeah, because I'm senior, innit? I didn't know.
I'm on a 3 months bid.
Babe, Do you know what the difference is, Because remember, I've contracted for 11 years or 12 years prior going permanent at that time, So what it was, when you're, obviously you guys who locum, you know what it is, 1 week, you say, look, I'm just going to have to say to you that I'm out here in 1 week, let me wrap up my work, and then you go. Yeah. And nobody sees you ever again. But I'm actually
you guys have been living a good life.
Yeah, I'm actually a long-term kind of like contractor because I normally keep my contracts really long. Yeah, like if you look at my CV, I'm not lying, guys. Yeah, even though I'm not on LinkedIn like that. Yeah, but so I just thought, oh my god! But I was so like, this needs to end for me, and that was one of the things that I had put myself in, saying I need to leave this job because it was no longer serving the purpose for me. And I had a great manager above me. My line manager was amazing, like shout out to her, and you know who you are. She was amazing, and she got to know me so well in the time that we worked together. And she was like, I feel like parts of you are dying here.
Oh no.
And I was just like, girl,
But isn't it a blessing to have people like that as line managers? That notice that this is not the person that I first met. She doesn't have that life. That the jazz is gone.
Not even jazz hands.
You're crossed.
It was just still makes me
locked up.
And I just thought to myself, okay, cool. So that happened, and then obviously I had to get onto the journey to be like, what am I going to do for the rest of the year to fulfill who Sheila is? Now, without hogging it, you had a few things that you had set yourself to do. I think you achieved quite a lot, actually.
I must say I did. Do you know what it is though? And I think everyone does it, and I hope you've done yours. It's normally a vision board. And I hate when people say manifesting, because I don't really manifest, because God is
Jesus.
God is good.
You know, clear.
So
but whatever God you
that
take.
manifest the thing is, for me, I don't know. It's just a vision board. I think it's what I work towards. Definitely a job title, the career. Even though every other message I'll be telling you, like, who told us about this climbing the career ladder? But I feel like that was there. Traveling, which you know how life has shifted a bit. I wasn't doing a lot of that. I travelled.
She knew that she didn't have a passport.
Why are you so shady?
I'm just saying. You know,
I gotta be sensible.
Let me be nice. Let me be nice. I was gonna talk about somebody's boyfriend that never travels, but let me be nice. Hi, friend.
Hi. I did all of that, and also it's weird how you said peace, because my word for the year was peace and discipline. I found that discipline dropped a few pounds.
That's
in
good.
the discipline, and I feel like peace has been it was hard, but I'm finding.
What did you find peace in?
I found peace in accepting that change was okay.
That thing called change.
Change was okay. I may not have known what the outcomes will be, but the change was okay. And also I found peace in being the villain in a story. That sometimes it's actually okay. I actually play that role quite good. So in those I found peace, and it was acceptance that sometimes is, you know, I was trying to keep up appearance and I didn't need to, and accepting that I found peace in that. And I was like, you know what, we're going to roll with the punches, but we're going to roll with the punches how I choose to roll with it. And that was it. But I think
my story,
the vision board, and a bit of, like, you know, dating, as Phaedra was saying, trying to test it out.
Did you date?
No.
So clearly that wasn't achieved. You didn't date. No, actually she did. She dated herself.
I dated. I took myself a lot. I treated myself well.
Just
but yeah,
I think.
Did you say you wanted to date as well?
I did. I you know what? I did date, and then I remembered why I don't date. And then now I will date again. So yeah.
Should we say okay? This is going to hold us accountable.
Not yet, sister, please.
No. This is going to hold us accountable. So when we come back, maybe in 6 months' time, to see where we're at.
Blame.
Did you I actually speak that for you. Maybe not for me. But I would love for you to post that. But my thing, guys, I always tell her, as my best close friend, I picture she's just going to show up with another ring. So there's going to be Bitches is Mad, and then there's going to be another one, and only Auntie Rose was there.
Guys, let me say something here. For those that don't follow the Real Housewives, franchise here, that bling bling, I won't swear, bling
be mad
is Nene's greatest, one of the greatest.
When she was dating, isn't it? And she was dating.
She was dating a white man.
White man, and he got her a ring.
So those who follow it will know it, yeah. But for the purpose of those that don't follow it, what we will do is we will play it at some point, in the reels somewhere, so you guys can laugh.
It's actually a favourite.
Yeah. So, but to say that, in terms of dating, I think this year, when I'm reflecting upon this year, I looked at, I had to actually become undone. To be redone again, Everything I had known had to be challenged and changed in a different way. Now, if you know me, I've always been very clear in terms of my career, been very clear in terms of my progression, in terms of career-wise and work-wise. Now, my circle, although I still know many people and have many friends, or I'm acquainted with many people, not everybody knew that I took a 4 months sabbatical off work last year. And that was like the most amazing thing.
I feel like you had so much fun.
I had so much fun.
For me, watching it, it was like, and then maybe it's the peace thing. I feel like you needed it.
Oh my days.
And it was only until you was in that moment of stillness.
Yes.
You recognised that, oh my goodness.
I've been missing out.
I've been locked up.
Listen, guys.
They freed me.
I was just like, but the joke is this, you say they freed me, but I freed myself. Because it wasn't them.
It's true.
It was me.
It's true.
It was me that continuously kept on working, kept on running, kept on doing whatever, And I got to a place where, guys, I was waking up, I didn't have to think about any deadlines. Didn't have to think about writing anybody's
Not that Teams thing going on.
Teams wasn't... Look, I work for my mum, and I went to work once a week,
And she treated you like a princess.
She ain't got Teams. She hasn't got Teams.
You were going to lunch every day.
We're going to lunches, we're going to dinners. She hasn't got Teams, If she needs you, she calls you across the desk. I need you on this to call, But it was so nice to just be at peace. Waking up at 10. My only schedule was waking up at 10 and going to the gym.
I love that.
That was my only schedule. And I think these guys had a running joke, For a jobless person, you're really outside.
No, literally, she would there will be a glass of wine and food. And I'm like, again?
Jobless.
Again.
Like,
your joblessness was nice. I love a
nice.
sabbatical. I've been trying to convince my manager to put the sabbatical on the policy.
Look, it's the best thing to do. I mean, I went to Kenya in that time. So I did a lot of... I actually went away a lot last year, More than I thought I would. I did Kenya, which was really nice. The sort of girls that we went with, guys, you lot are amazing. We had a really good time. It looked so good. And that was like the best 40th that I did last year.
It's coming. It's coming.
I did that last year, and it was like one of the best 40th that I experienced. So it was really good. Then obviously I came back and I was just like, oh, should I get back into work? But guys, you've got to be so clear with yourself when you're reflecting, changing and pursuing peace in different ways. You've got to know what works for you in that season. Whilst I came back from Kenya and I was like, oh, maybe I'll start looking for a job. Now, if you know me again, you know that I'm spiritual. And I like to inquire of the Lord of my next steps and my next moves. And I was very clear and I said to God, I want 3 months off, and I was very specific about the job that I wanted, specific about the times that I want to be in the office, specific about the number of people that I want to be managing, specific to the T about the money.
And he came through.
When I say to you, he may not come when you want him, but he'll be
breakdown prayer session.
He came.
He came.
God came, and it was just like, and you guys might say manifesting, but I'm just going to make it clear and say God came through for me, It wasn't the universe, it was God for me, And when I saw that, and I thought to myself, it's really important to be peaceful and to trust the process, because sometimes we rush things thinking I need to be here, I need to be there, or how will it work out, Trust, one thing I know is, the day begins and the day ends.
What?
The same way it opens, it will be the same way it closes, and then tomorrow it will also do the same thing, And if you're alive, you can still
do it again. Try, keep trying.
Now, when I then moved on from doing that, and I thought to myself, what are the goals that I thought I thought I was going to lose weight. That one is still a working progress.
No, you did well.
I did well,
you
but
did.
And then when I got back in, then I holidayed.
Yeah, I feel like I
was
was like that from November. I think I did so well.
Yeah.
And then November, I went on holiday, came back trying to get into it. It's always hard.
Yeah.
And the weather doesn't help.
The weather doesn't
help.
Sorry guys, somebody's messaging me while I'm on
Is
set.
it a lover?
No, it's just I'm a Gerard. Hey Julia.
But it's always like that. It's always the case. You kind of fall off, but you get back on it again.
I think, and then I think sometimes when you look at it, and guys, you know, we're not boring you with our reflections of like the last year, but
I think it's for everyone as well to realise how far they've come.
Yeah, because you've got to stop and think about. We're so consumed. I don't know if it's age as well, because I talk like this because I'm not, 25 anymore.
Nope.
Yeah, but with age, you start to put things into to perspective.
Yeah.
And you kind of like think, was it more important for me to preserve my peace? Was it more important for me to look at my health? Was the money more important or whatever? Yeah. And you've got to always look at the different life stages that you're at and what serves you purpose. Like your life changed so much over the last 2 years in itself. Yeah. We'll get to that one day and talk about that. Yeah. But you've had to really readjust. Yeah? And how you see relationships as well.
Yeah, I had to adjust, but I also had to adjust in the sense of, and I've mentioned it to you, like when we was talking, I was like, I've always been that person that is available to everyone. But it was when I told you in finding peace and in that moment of stillness, I was like, God, I just need to be still. And my stillness is really bad sometimes because I isolate. Know me, I'll own it. I'm quick to isolate, maybe it's because I'm always alone. So in that isolation, I think sometimes people get offended that you're then missing. They misinterpret it as they've done something, and it's not necessarily they've done something because in that moment there was only a certain amount of people that I was letting in because they are also adamant. They want to be there. So my piece was like, I don't always have to keep up appearance. It's okay for me not to be okay, but I'm going to deal with it how I want to deal with it. And in the process, some people may drop off.
And I think that's good.
It's not, and I used to worry about all of that, but I'm in that space now.
You worry people dropping off?
Yeah. No, but I know you get that, but it's like, there's certain times when you look at it, you're like, I always say, we've always accepted that friends and things, it runs its course, it comes and goes. Yeah. But it's, why am I always showing up for people, but where are they now? Kind of thing.
That's a different topic, guys.
Right, but we're gonna come back on that. But so my piece was actually, I need to just worry about me. But also it's sometimes when we look at the vision board and we look at what we're planning.
What wasn't your vision board?
You worry about what you're not meeting, and I was maybe consumed by that. Like, okay, I'm not necessarily doing this with the kids, I'm not available and all of that, but it's okay. It's okay because we go again, like you said. The day ends and the day starts again, God willing, and you continue to learn from it and grow from it.
I think what I would, because obviously you're speaking about your vision board. I didn't do a vision board this year. I literally lived on vibes, guys.
It was a bit of vibes.
I lived on vibes. When I say to you, I lived on vibes. It was on vibes and vibes and vibes, and I took everything like as it came. If something happened today and I liked it, so for example, really silly things. If like if Lucy rang me and said, "Do you know a caravan?" Like,
let's go.
It was fun. And a lot of my friends were like, "Well, you're jobless, so you can." And it's like, what's your excuse for not answering your phone? And I just lived on vibes, and I didn't have a set. And where I've always lived like by a calendar or a rule. This has to be that. This has to be that.
It was okay to be spontaneous.
It was okay just to be like.
Love that for you.
It was just. It was just like, okay, do you know what? That's not really planned out. Like when I think when we went to Germany with Mum, that was like, let's just go to Germany.
Let's just do it.
And we went for a week, and it was nice. And then the only thing that had been planned, even going to Kenya, that was vibes.
That was lush. That looked lush. The fits, everything was just giving. Shout out to the girls.
We tried. Yeah,
your birthday was good vibes. Everything was vibes.
Right. Listen, I had a
quiet. Was good vibes.
She met an old.
Oh, please.
that Chris Brown song with Asha Raymond and Rick Ross. That title, Old Flame.
You are ridiculous.
It wasn't New
She's
Flame.
ridiculous.
Yeah, something dropped my head.
She's
But
ridiculous.
so I just lived on vibes, and in that moment, yeah, I went back to that saying of like, you've got to enjoy yourself when you can, because some things will come and some things will go, but just moments like that. And I appreciated my friends a lot this year as well.
Ooh.
Whereas not that I haven't appreciated them before, because you know my friends, that I've got good love for them, but they just allowed me to be me. I didn't appreciate.
Oh my God, we've got the same theme.
Yes. They just allowing. They just allowed me to be me.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I won't say no names. Yeah, I'll never speak about the girls, because then you know, one will say, "Why didn't you mention me?"
I didn't get a big up.
Yeah. So I'll talk about the guys, because there's only like a handful. Yeah, literally like. Actually, like, Jared took me to my first Megan Thee Stallion concert, and I was just like, okay, yeah,
this is different.
This is different. Make it clap, yeah. And then it made it clap, yeah. I was like, body, yaddy, yaddy, yaddy. We were both like this, body, yaddy, yaddy, yaddy.
You're just watching her twerk.
Yeah. And then that was fun. You know, obviously I can't forget Obi, the endless dinners, you know, that he takes me to, and just little things like that. But that guys really looked after me, and Ernie picking me up at night and taking me out for drives. If I didn't mention your name because you didn't do nothing, yeah. So
one thing she's gonna do is crochet.
Those three guys, yeah. The rest of you are bystanders, yeah. But they were just really there and present, yeah. And it was like, Shilz, do you want to go for something to eat? Shilz, do you want to go for breakfast? Little things, do you know what I mean? Yeah, like where you're just like, wow, you didn't have to.
You did.
But
that was my thing. You didn't have to, but you did. And it was so many. For me, it was so many people were also going through things. But one thing I loved about the circle is, because I'm Djenys, and you know me, I'm active. When I'm missing, it's like. There's people that will. There's people that
Instagram will call her.
There's people that won't. And I appreciated the people that actually showed up at the door to be like, are you okay?
Yeah.
Because you're not answering. Or I appreciated the, are you okay? Because I might not open up in that moment, but when I'm in the space to open up, I remember there was one for, I think it was with Vanessa, and I was just calling her and I burst into tears because it was, you know, overwhelming with work and stuff. And she's like, you know, you're on road and you're crying, and I was like, I know. But but it was simple things like that, and then it's the okay, let me be in my space, let me just have a moment, but them actually checking up, because it was weird, Shilz, right? You plan something and the year's not going according to plan, and then you're here fighting these battles and you're like, I just need to be alone.
There is a saying, there is that saying, I think, and it's not in the Bible, but it's a saying that with
not using the Bible.
It's what's it? Man makes plans, and God sits back and laughs.
He really had a laugh last year. He was like, "Girl, I'm gonna need you to stop.
This is my plan. This is your plan. But this is my plan. And it's like, and sometimes it's that submission. Like we don't talk enough about submission to what life should be. And guys, I don't want nobody to messaging in saying, "Well, you make it what it is." You got to do it. You got to grab it. Ingredients are yours. You make that omelette. Stop. Sometimes the egg is off. Sometimes you just got to go and have a bacon sandwich. Sorry for the pork. Sorry. Like, but it is one of those things where you make your own plans and you realise that, damn, that's not where I was supposed to go. But the joke is this year, you don't realise that till you get to the end of the year, because it's like the things you wanted to do, you haven't done. But it will come back in a different cycle when it's ready.
And what I appreciated about the year, it was I particularly got a message and I was actually able to say everything I was feeling, and that was a reflection. That was like, okay, I'm not holding back anymore. I'm just going to let you know.
Are you coming into your own? Life begins at 40. This is the year.
This is the year.
But it is one of those things where reflection helps you appreciate where you're at, or where you've been. Because the saying is, you don't know where you're going unless you know your history. Now, you go through experiences, or you go through the year thinking, and some of you might be at the stage now thinking, I didn't really achieve what I wanted to achieve last year. Guys, I promise you now, there's nothing in the way last year went for me that I had planned.
Yes.
Yeah. The only thing that I'm grateful for is that life is still here.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the only and you can't even set yourself on that.
We go again.
But and then it's kind of like the things that I did were out of this mindset. Yeah. The friendships that I laid down. Yeah. The friendships that were rebirthed. Do you see what I mean? Yeah. Was out of this mindset. I saw old friends that I hadn't seen for ages, and were able to reconnect, and rekindle. And then I saw old friends that remained old. Yeah. I saw them, and I was just like, that's all right as well, yeah. And
acceptance.
I think, that's one of the things,
I
accepted it, and I was just like, that's perfectly fine, yeah. Like, you go off and do that, and I'll go off and do this. And if time happens to be that, it will be just there. We might meet again. But if we don't, hopefully you make it to heaven, because I know I'll be there.
Hallelujah.
And if you're there and I'm not there, you're not in heaven. Yeah.
We need to insert that. So many memes.
But it's just kind of like, you think about it, and when you reflect upon things, and I think my closing is, this year has started, or this year's beginning, wherever you're at with it, and don't be so rigid with what might happen, And I guess I'm talking to people that are maybe our age, because I think when you're younger, you don't have that perspective, because you just want to do, And especially you people that are wanting to be millionaires and all that stuff. Nothing wrong with it, guys. You know I'm loving that life, But it's kind of like, be okay to stop and breathe. Be okay to smell the coffee. Be okay to smell the roses. Be okay to stop and enjoy the rain. Let the rain hit your skin. Let the sun touch you when the seasons are here. Do you know what I mean? Fall in love if you can, Sister Jen's going again this year. Guys, I promise you, I'm going again this year,
It's so,
And I just want it to be another good year.
I think, do you know what it is? I think it's only a good year when you allow it to be. You allow yourself to be in that space. Again, we speak about the vision boards and stuff like that, but it's just knowing that a vision board is a vision. It doesn't mean that everything has to be accomplished in that moment, in this year. It may be, like you said, you're working towards it. My thing was acceptance that the friendships change, circles change, everything change. Relationships change, but it's also okay for those changes. And my thing is, I'm welcoming change.
Okay, so
I think it's,
is that you this year?
It's welcoming change.
Is that your theme this year?
You know, welcoming.
So this is going on. You know, in church, you've got your theme for the year at church.
My theme is still, I actually want discipline, because why?
I lack discipline.
Discipline what showed me what I could achieve in a couple of 4 months of just like health wise. And we go again. So when you see me in belly tops in the next couple of weeks or months,
belly top,
you know,
string vest.
But my take is it's been okay, and sometimes stillness is where you find yourself.
I think stillness is definitely a thing. You know, guys, maybe I'll come back to it during the episodes that are coming up. It being the first week of the new year, I should have thought about it, because I already thought about it in September. But like I said to you, I had a dodgy end of year experiences in the sense of, I went on holiday, then I went on holiday again. And I was just like,
we're going on holiday again and again and again and again.
And I was just like, oh my God, like my last trip of the year was in Uganda. And that was very unexpected. And so what I'm battling is now trying to include everything I experienced in Uganda into this year. Because remember, for me, my year had been set from September. And I knew Dubai was coming, so I'd already put that in place, But then Uganda was, hey, you're going to Uganda. And when I got to Uganda, I mean, I had time with my nan, had time with the school, you know, I did that stuff there. And it changed my mind about what I want to do this year. So I'm stuck.
No, you're not stuck.
I don't know.
You know, but we've got 12 months of this.
12 months of this.
We got this.
So your word is?
Discipline.
I'm going to take that. So I'm disciplining, and I'll keep you guys informed on how disciplined I get. I want to be disciplined in terms of my reading. I want to read a lot more. My exercise game has to come back to be on point, honestly, because that's been missing in action. Since September. Since back when. Yeah, I ended up my end of year in September, Since September, that's not really been in action like that. My Apple Watch will tell you. And then the other thing I want to really look at is fostering the relationships I have now and building on them.
I need to definitely nurture because they've been amazing.
Yeah, just do a little bit more of that as well. Because the people that I hear now, and I always say, like, I'm always grateful for the friends that come with me to the next phase. Yes. Because it's just like, wow,
You've really been riding this.
Yeah, you've been here, And if I don't tell you often, guys, I do love yous.
All the time.
Yeah.
You, my love.
Yeah, I do love you guys. You're alright. Yeah.
They're the best.
You're alright. And it's even to the new people that have come in.
Yeah.
Or friendships that have elevated.
Well, new people, I'm a bit hesitant.
Yeah, she's not really good with new people. But when I say new people that have come in, like, like you meet different. Okay, guys, it is the beginning of the year or end of the year podcast, But I've got to say that I was really, really grateful for Jen. Yeah, because obviously you guys have noticed this year that Jen joined the pod, and
I'm a crybaby.
Yeah, don't cry.
I'm a big gangster.
Yeah, she cries actually. She does.
I am such a baby. I am such a baby. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, but what I'm grateful for Jen. This should have been called what you're grateful for. Yeah, but I am grateful for Jen, and I'll say it on the platform because Jen has joined the pod where there was a lot of change. Yeah. And in the background, you guys don't get to see everything here, but there's a big storm in the background that was going on here. And Djenys has joined the pod, and the whole team has changed around us, and even to the team in the background. Thank you guys so much for seeing the vision, carrying the vision. But it's not easily done without a co-host that appreciates the vision and also brings her own flavour to the show, if that makes sense. I was doing this. So she was doing this silly dance. I don't know if the
This is why we work. This is why we work. I'm the yin to yang.
So it's kind of like with that, I just have to always be grateful in just somebody coming along and finding rhythm.
Yes.
Finding rhythm with you and just really taking it to a next level. And the guys, I'm sure you can see, she brings a lot to the show. And she's.
But you've also, in that, I know you're doing all this, but in that, the vision is big for a reason.
Oh, by God's grace.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's teamwork. Yeah. And you know me, I didn't hesitate because I was like.
Yeah, no, it was.
I see it, girl.
She came on, she was happy to do it. And we were happy to do it together.
And I wasn't shy.
Yeah, she wasn't shy. She's still shy. Yeah. If I say to her, can you do something on your own? She can't. Yeah.
No.
And it was just but on all of that, guys. I know it's been a lot of waffle.
Yeah.
And like I always say, pick sense from mine, no sense. But she doesn't speak no sense. Yeah. But pick sense from whatever we're trying to say, and find yourself within yourself.
Yes.
Yeah. And I don't want Christians to be saying you can only find yourself in God. You know what I mean. If yourself is in God, then you'll find yourself in God.
Indeed.
And then, but look at your life and don't be so hard on yourself. Because
that is it.
I want to. One day I'll do an episode.
It does you no good.
I'll do an episode one day about life happening in seasons.
Yeah.
And how we should appreciate the seasons that we're in. Yeah. But for now, guys,
Happy New Year! And enjoy. Welcome everything. Let it come in. Not everything. Sometimes the devil's trying to test you as well, but
not everything. But just
don't be so hard on yourself.
Don't be so hard on yourself. It's CML. We're back for another one, and we've got some exciting news for you guys that will be out during the week, and you'll hear it.
Yes.